Welcome to episode 3 of the Les Mills UK Open Mic series. This is the first episode we've done via Zoom, via the internet, and in this episode we have our guests from New Zealand who are going to be at Les Mills Live in London. We have Karan, KB, Mano and Vili, and throughout this podcast you're going to hear us chatting all about their roles and what they're doing on Les Mills Live, their experiences with recent and past Les Mills Live events, and then you get a real insight into the filming podcast, and there's a few laughs along the way. As I've said, it is via Zoom, so there is a little bit of a time delay just with the magic of the internet and connection on all of that, so please do be patient with that. In the edit, what we've tried to do is knit it together as best as possible. It can't be perfect, but we really want you to listen to what these fantastic trainers and presenters have to say, and if and when you get the opportunity next week at Les Mills Live London, please seek them out, ask whatever questions you want. Episode 3 incoming now.
3 things that a participant should bring to Les Mills Live London. Karan.
Hype, energy,
Huh?
and a water bottle.
Yeah. KB, 3 things that a participant needs to do the night before Les Mills Live London.
Sleep, stretch, and pack your water bottle.
All right, no more water
Can't
bottles.
say the same thing that I said.
I said pack it.
Okay.
Mano, you're in next.
I
3
think
things.
prepare yourself, like with all emotions above. Connect, like being present, being connected, and just making sure that your body and your mind is really prepared for this big event, because there's just so much to absorb, so much going on, so it can be really overwhelming. So just making sure. I think overall my 3 words are going to be prepare yourself for this lit.
And Billy, we'll go somewhere else for you. What should a participant prepare to do the day after a Les Mills Live event?
Probably just recover because of the event. Get some good sleep, get some good rest if they can. I think they'll still be coming down off the high, because I know how I can see where this is going to go. So afterwards, I don't know, maybe they'll be on their phone just reliving the memories that whole entire time.
That's the hope.
Because I know that's what everyone will probably do. If anything, just chill for a bit, because there's going to be a lot of fitness going on.
That's it.
All I heard was like, you'll have a Les Mills Live hangover.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much.
In all literal takes of that possible sentence. Folks, listen, thank you so much for joining us on this series. This is the first one we've done via Zoom. The first 2 have been in person, and then we're going to have one more after this, which is actually going to be shots next Thursday night, like in the XL Arena, which is pretty cool. So that's an exciting one. So for everyone watching, this is obviously like through the medium of Zoom, so anything can happen. People's internet connections can drop at any moment. Animals, dogs, cats, tiny humans could run into the rooms that people are in. Anything could happen.
Grant's frozen.
Really simple. Take the floor. Just love yourselves to introduce yourself. What I've given you to do is how I introduce every module that I do with Les Mills UK, and it's like name, location, what you're doing kind of in the fitness industry. You can say what you do at Les Mills London, and then just any interesting fact about you. So I'll start with the boys first. Vili, in you go.
Vili Fafita. I've been training for 10 years. Started 2012. Fast forward, I'm an ambassador for all of the programs that I teach. So that's body pump, tone, body combat, grit, and core. Recently core. And that's what I'll be coming to film in London. Five programs. So my schedule's quite busy, and I'm still breaking down the process of each step as the days go on. So where I gotta be all day. So I'm gonna be quite busy on that day because there's 5.
I'll definitely dig into that later. KB, yourself, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Caleb Lefford Simons Nu'u. You can call me KB. I've been teaching since I was 15. I now present, which is cool. I'm presenting Step, Pump and Grit in the UK. And an interesting fact is that I've got a severely special needs little sister. So any homies
Oh,
out there that have special needs siblings, I feel you.
Yeah, definitely. Meno.
Kia ora, my name is Waimirino Thomas. I go by Mino, and I just moved to Auckland about 5 months ago. I've had the privilege and honor to work with these incredible presenters and ambassadors within the Les Mills international world. And I have been teaching group fitness for about 7 years now. I started quite young, like Caleb Blair, at the age of 15. And found an incredible passion for music within the Body Jam program and many other programs. And I also teach combat. And found an awesome passion with music within Body Jam, which then inspired me to move forward with my musical journey and pursue disc jockey DJing. And have been now DJing in the DJ industry for about nearly 4 years now. So it's been an awesome experience. And I'm actually coming over to London to not present anything, but actually just DJ. So it's going to be an incredible experience for me to work on the other side of the lens of what I'm also so passionate about, and that's music, and to speak from those volumes. So it's going to be a pretty wild time. So I'm very excited to meet you all and have a good time with some tunes.
Thank you. Karan.
Hello, I'm Karan. I work for Les Mills International. So I'm actually the group fitness project manager there. So all of the amazing stuff that we cook up here in Auckland and goes out to all of you. I'm a part of that. I'm also an ambassador for all the programs that I teach. So should I list them all? Or should I list the ones that I don't teach?
List them.
I'm like a janitor, you know, like I just do a little bit of everything. I'm like a maintenance guy. So I'm presenting balance, and then I'll be there for pump and grit as well. So I'm dusting off my grit shoes. I don't know how dusty they'll be, but they're pretty dusty. Fun fact about me, I have 14 random tattoos on my body, just random ones. They have no meaning. So
Lit.
I thought
when I'm over, we can count them all together.
No thanks.
That's a reason for people to seek you out next weekend. So this is actually a question that came in later, but I'm going to throw it in now as well, because it was a question I had. Like, what are you all looking forward to for the weekend? I know you're going to be here for the whole week, but when you're in London, what are you looking forward to? And like, what are your travel plans? Are you straight here? Are you coming via any exotic countries, cities? So the floor is open for whoever wants to go first on that one.
So we're flying in via Singapore, but we're not spending a lot of time in Singapore. When I say we, I mean Philly and I. We arrive like the day before the rehearsals, so everybody be kind to us if we've got like one eye closed, one eye open, because we're readjusting to the time zone. And the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is after the event, Harry Potter Studios are cooler.
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's a
So
Harry
if
Potter
anybody
fan.
wants to come.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. I didn't manage to go last time. I'm so keen to tag along.
The more the merrier. I'm really excited to buy a wand.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
buy me a wand, mama, please. I'll pay
I
you.
will.
Okay.
I will.
So that kind of leads us into the next question. Like, are you, again, this is to everyone, like, when you travel over, do you have touristy plans like that? Obviously, Harry Potter Studios is on your list. Well, what's everybody got on their list when they're here?
I'm actually heading to Italy and Venice and then Paris. So I'm doing a bit of a loop around with another incredible presenter and another worker of ours at the LMI team, Danielle Lely and Ellen. So we're going to be traveling around as a little trio, just rocking and rolling in Italy and Paris. It's going to be fun.
Don't get
I
lost.
mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying a lot of the food over there in the cafes and the restaurants afterwards, getting time to check out different locations, because I've seen there's a lot of great food over there. Oh, my fun fact was being plant-based for 3 years yesterday. So it's a fun fact because I'm the only plant-based person in my whole entire family, beside Karan.
Yeah.
You know, the first in since the beginning of time of my long tree, my family tree. You know, I'm the only one out of everybody that's just kind of went, hey, I'm gonna go this. I want to start living this way. I like the way this feels, and I like this lifestyle. It works for me.
Yeah, I love that. But
So,
just to warn you both, you're going to have that tested once you land in the UK. The plant-based food and diets are difficult to do kind of on the ready. You do need to be very prepped for that. So yeah, that'll be a challenging one when you walk into the shops and you try and do your plant-based.
As long as you've got potatoes, it's all good.
Oh, you're speaking my language. Speaking my language.
There's nothing more beautiful than a potato.
Speaking my language, that's so funny.
And there is the title of this episode.
Ricky on Potato Man.
KB, hit us. What's your travel plans? What do you want to do once you get here?
Now, after hearing Minnels, I feel like I should have planned more like stuff to do after. But me and Dad, my dad's Mark New, if you don't know, not my boyfriend. People always think that we're bloody boyfriend girlfriend. He's not my boyfriend.
Who thinks that? Who?
Yesterday we were at the Turbay Cafe and Dad's like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my daughter." He goes, "Oh, she's your daughter? I thought you were partners." And I was like, "No!"
Oh, come on.
It's all the time. It just makes his ego go like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Pop." Anyway,
I love that.
we're doing the UK trip, and then Dad wants to spend his 52nd birthday in Disneyland in LA. So we'll go to LA and we'll spend like 3 days and do Disneyland and Cheesecake Factory Menor when we're there.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love that double. I always say this to instructors, especially new instructors coming into like the Les Mills bubble, is you can use your certificate as an instructor as a bit of a passport, because it just opens up all these doors to go and see different cities and see different parts of the world. You know, you can obviously do certain classes and team teach, but you guys are doing it to the extreme. You four are the benchmark on how you can do that. Right, I'm going to get us set up for your mid-session game. So there's a bit of fun involved in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music over the top, right? And you're going to hear the music and you're immediately going to panic. What we'll do, just the way my windows are, I'm going to change the windows around. So we're going to have Karan and KB are going to work together, and then Minnow and Billy are going to work together. And the job is you have to say 5 words about a topic in a like table tennis format. So Karan would say, if I said food, Karan would say pizza, and then KB then has to say food, which begins with the last letter of what Karan said. So you would say apple, and then Karan would say, what would Karan say?
Eggs.
That'll do, yeah. And so on and so forth. So that's how the game's going to work. So I'll try and get some music on the go. Give me a big thumbs up once you can hear the tension music that we've got.
Oh, no, not this music.
I know.
Squid Games?
Yeah.
No, it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, not Squid Games. Jeez, we're keeping it light. We're keeping it light.
Now I see why there's pressure, okay?
Right, you're going to have less than 15 seconds. Karan, KB, you're going to go first. KB, you're going to go first. You need to know your subject is Les Mills body pump.
Okay.
One word. Yeah, one word for body pump.
Okay, bar.
The Karan, something beginning with R.
Reps.
Seated row.
Something beginning with W. A
Row.
row, a bent over row. We'll give her bent over row instead of a seated row.
Okay. Shame on you, KB. How could you do this to the team? Wide row.
Perfect. So that's 1 point to you.
W's correct.
Menno and Billy, you're going to go next. Oh, you're done. You've won.
Oh, okay.
You're done. Stop.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Okay.
Your subject is what you would find in reception in the gym.
Sweat towel.
So Menno, something beginning with L that you would find in reception. You're on mute.
Oh, L. Jesus. Why am I having such a blank? A long ruler.
What's in your gym? Menno, something beginning with R.
Rubber.
Rubber.
There's
Are
a
you
rubber
guys-
at the reception. Yes,
Are
there
you guys
is.
in a gym or in a school mathematics classroom?
This is the ultimate gym. The Auckland City gym is next level. Yeah, there's a rubber there. Seriously.
Seriously. Aaron,
Another R, Menno. He's not making it easy for you.
I am stuck. Like, do we have like a clue? Like, I don't know. Do we have like a with like alpha?
No, we're just going to have to accept
Can
that.
we answer? Can we steal the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, absolutely. You can steal the point.
Sweet. Easy. A receptionist.
A+.
Wow.
Ding dong, we win.
Oh, you are very good.
It's a good game though. That's a
No,
really
it's like-
good game. Like,
Listen,
Yeah.
you are much better fitness instructors than you are Who Wants to Be a Millionaire contestants.
yeah.
Ricky being like, it was real good. I was like, was it?
He's like, this will be
Well,
fun. I'm about that.
Just waiting. So
I
this
hope
is
that
the
everybody understands that like a rubber is an eraser in New Zealand.
Yeah.
yeah.
and then
That's
no
what I
one's
took it
gonna-
as.
Great.
Yeah,
Good.
no, we didn't think it was anything else. It's not that type of podcast.
It's fun.
No one's gonna want us on their team. No one's gonna want us on their team.
Right. So this is this is the first big live event that Les Mills that we've had in London, like post pandemic, and it's actually the first Les Mills live we've had in London since 2017. So how have live events been going for you, for what you guys have been involved in, particularly the big ones? Obviously, we're halfway through this year in terms of a tour. So who's been involved in what, and like what's been going on?
We've all traveled. We've all traveled for lives.
Mhm.
What I found is it was just so good to see the happiness on people participating in these workouts again, and seeing trainers live after such a big chunk of time was taken away and we all went digital. I think the biggest thing I took away is that people love this. They love seeing the trainers and working out together with their friends, and just everyone's the connection was great to see again. Yeah, they loved it. Going to Melbourne was a good reminder on what it used to be like, and it's great to have it back, you know.
Anyone else good stories to share?
Going to New Orleans was sick because you just don't realize the impact you can have on some people, like meeting people that are in tears or just sharing their stories with you and how you impact their life is quite powerful. And that was my first time experiencing that as like a new presenter and someone that's new to, being asked to go to these things. I thought was real special. So I'm really looking forward to having more of those experiences with you all. And the meet and greet was fun. It was crazy, but it was fun.
Yeah. Similar to KBA, like my lives have been like the workshops here in New Zealand over the years. So I've been able to experience workshops with everybody on the Zoom right now, but also it was a whole nother level going like to New Orleans with not only my crew, but meeting incredible and just passionate people who are just so just genuine and just authentic in their own, and know how to just be present. And I think I'm just really excited to be off this and enjoy this, being in the moment. And it was just so empowering to meet so many people with different stories, with different backgrounds and different ethnicities. And even me being who I am and hearing them out on their experiences, on their journeys in life, it was just really powerful. So yeah, I'm just really excited to do that again and just to listen and observe on the side.
And just to add to that, it's like for us, we're just us. So when people want to take photos with us or want to talk to us, it's quite like overwhelming in regards to like, do you actually like, you want to take a photo with me? But I'm just like you, like I'm just a I'm just a person. So yeah, we always want to make sure that we have time for people. When we were in Melbourne, I just said to the team there, look, you're going to have to come and get me from the area that we were taking the classes in, because I'm not going to stand behind the stage and wait to go on stage and present to people. I'm going to make sure that every last second is with everybody out there who have given up their weekend or, you know, flown from somewhere to be a part of this incredible experience. So yeah, that was really humbling. And then the energy is really cool. There was a body attack class where everybody was doing the running track, and then the carpet started to come up. And so Bevan just picked up the carpet and he was like, yeah. And then people started picking up pieces of carpet and they were like, yeah. And it was like this crazy carpet fitness festival. And it was just and then we taped the carpet down, and then we brought the next lot of people in, and it just happened to be Body Combat. And I stood right at the back, and I've never seen so many people in unison. There had to be like 2,000 to 3,000 people there. I mean, I could be inflating it, but I don't care. 2,000 to 3,000 people is what I'm going for. Yeah. So everybody moving to music and just having the same kind of like passion and energy that you have for this like crazy group fitness thing was just insane. And like, there's nothing, you cannot replicate that feeling. Like, it's just, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Mama.
We need
Obviously,
to like up. And now we all got to start taking off the lights that Ross has purposely put down on the stage. I think there's like 100 and something lights.
Yeah.
We're going to pick up down, shine them at everybody.
Yeah.
Up the,
Or like pull the stage apart.
absolutely.
Yep, that's how we get fired. That's how we get
What like the last ever Woodstock festival? Was it Woodstock where they started pulling the stage apart? We'll just replicate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
This disclaimer
I'll put myself
for
on
any
mute.
participants coming to Les Mills London: please do not steal parts of the stage. This one's maybe more for Karan and Billy. So what has become really apparent, and you guys have had this as well, is there's been so many instructors who have become Les Mills instructors, like within the last year, 2 years. So they've perhaps never been to a live event, and like this is their first event. You know, this is the Super Bowl, the World Cup final as what their first event is. And I've got the question in the last episode, just how does filming look like? And I give the answer as best I could from just being present at filmings in the past. But I wonder if either of you wanted to, without giving spoilers away, how the filming process at London is going to work.
Over to you, Karan.
So we have rehearsals 2 days prior. So before anyone touches down in London, we've all been given the tracks and the choreography that we need to learn. Now, when I say tracks and choreography that we need to learn, it's not like your nice kit that you get. It's a video and it's music, and you have to put together the choreography. So you have to count it. You have to essentially write out the choreography based on the video. So we learn only from the video. So no nice little box set kit. And so we are required to learn that before we come. And then we're also required to, for this particular event, have our script sorted. And when I say script, it doesn't necessarily need to be word for word. It can be like key focuses or outcomes. Like for me, I never script. It's always in the moment to the people that I'm talking to. And then once we arrive, we have 2 full days worth of rehearsals. So for some of us who are doing multiple programs, that means that from like 8 a.m. to like 7 p.m. at night, we're like going from like place to place to place, rehearsing, going through the workout, going through the moves, making sure that our technique is right, going through stage placements. Stage placements might change based on like what's happening or what the production team need. Maybe, you know, someone's tall and someone's a little bit shorter, and so they have to rearrange. So you have to be really adaptable. And then we go through all of that, and then we film. And so we need to be on from, again, it's like 2 days of filming. And then in between the filmings, we've got meet and greet and other like obligations as ambassadors and presenters. And then we want to make sure that we're present for everybody. So it's just like, it's a lot, but we wouldn't have it any other way. We love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a job.
No, that's very true. Would anybody else want to add anything onto that about like the filming process, what you've been involved in previous? Billy, you're going to have a busy couple of rehearsal days with your 17 programs you're doing.
Yeah, I think over the last, especially this year, I've been more involved in a lot more filmings than like a presenter would naturally get maybe one and maybe another one. I've kind of gotten used to being in 5 places at once in terms of the mental game. Yeah, what I learned this year, going through that each round, learning how to switch into one program essence and then flipping it the second that I finish. So it takes a lot of mental, you just need to be really, really focused, mental focus, if anything. So you would say you would immerse yourself into this program. I'm going to film body combat just as a presenter. You got to immerse yourself into 5 days work and preparation before that 5 days to really give your best performance, or the best outcome for your tracks as possible. And you would fully deep dive and connect to this program, connect to your team, listen to your coach, go to the rehearsals, and try and apply the feedback as much as you can within a short amount of time. So that's how we want to turn up. And then for me, I do that for one program times 5. So that same process. So it takes a lot of mental focus, because the second I go from one rehearsal or do the 5 days, film the program, during that time, I'm doing rehearsals for 4 other programs within that week. And then I film again. And I think the toughest challenge for me was going from filming Body Pump after a week of rehearsals and then switching off straight after filming it and then having to deep dive into the next program. And it could be day 3 rehearsal for core. So I don't really get time to calm down and go, yes, I filmed Body Pump 119 or whatever it was, because I need to switch off straight away and focus on what's my track. It's boxing. So I need to go straight into my boxing combat mentality, stay focused there. And I need to pick up where I left off, because it could be day 2, day 3. So in terms of my role, it's a lot of mental focus. And honestly, I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of people and asking the questions, because I know people want to ask a lot of questions. So I'm going to try and answer them as the best way I can. The one thing is, though, which I knew to take to London, is I finished Body Pump and then I went into a meet and greet, and I didn't really have time to change to go into my next class, because there goes Body Pump and then it goes meet and greet, and then it went Les Mills Tone. So I had to get changed because of the meet and greet. I wanted to let everybody say what they needed to say, ask questions, and I answered the best possible way. But that meet and greet went on for 1 hour. So I hadn't changed from Body Pump and Tone was about to start. So I was just like, oh, I'm still a bit moist from the previous class. I guess I'll have to, I have to just go and do my job again. Thanks. So what I learned was, I might have to cut certain things to focus on the job, and maybe tell them, like, hey team, I gotta go, because you get so immersed in like how present everyone is and how confident they are. You don't, and I don't know a lot of people, so they're like, Billy, so what did you think about this and this, and asking me all these questions, and I'm just engaged with them. Kind of forgetting that I gotta perform in like 1 minute. But people first, always. So that's a good thing to take on for snacks. Some good self-assessment for London. Awesome. Just
I just want to add something to the filming process. So just to touch on just to echo what Vili's saying. So we don't, especially when you film multiple programs, we don't get to really celebrate the filming that's just done. And I guess something that brought it home for me this past round was KB and I, we filmed, I think, was it 10 or 11 programs, 10 or 11 workouts?
Oh, look, it's not a competition on.
It is a competition.
How many you do, all right? Okay, 5
is a competition. And so, but what we had some new presenters, so people presenting for the first time, and just to see them working on their one track for 5 days, I was like, this is such a luxury. And I'm not taking anything away from them, not at all. But it was just like we've become like filming, I guess, machines in regards to we've got like a really robust process. And so like Vili said, it might be like our 5th day of rehearsal and we've filmed 2 programs, but then we have to go straight from the venue to Les Mills International, and it's someone's day one. And so they're just starting their process because they stagger the filmings because there's so many filmings to get through. And yeah, it's just, I just have to say that like filming through like COVID conditions was probably the most challenging thing that we've ever done, because we had to test every single day. We had to isolate. We had to essentially quarantine ourselves leading up to filming. And then there was always a risk of like all your hard work not eventuating to anything, because if you got the spicy cough, then that was it, you were out. And so yeah, it was just like a state of like, but again, to touch on it, people are probably thinking, like, who are listening or watching, like, why do you do this, like, you're crazy people. It's because we genuinely love to get people moving, and we love moving to music ourselves, and it's awesome.
Well, what will be interesting, especially for the instructors who will be going to London, is what you said right at the start there, is the videos that all the presenters have been sent. It's literally Glenn teaching his body comp class, or Dana Rach teaching her body combat class, and the handwritten notes that are sent through. And it's a really, really, probably for especially a lot of maybe newer trainers and presenters who they see those presenters teaching in a normal class rather than the all singing, all dancing lights. So, and then it's really nice for us, just right, there's the choreography, go do what you like with it. And it is that chance for the presenters just to like really feel, and you guys will get this, it's probably why your presenters, when they do filming for the first time, they put all that effort into one track. It's like, this is my chance just to stamp on this release a little bit. And give it a bit, so that's really interesting that you said that.
I
think it's great for instructors to know that it's okay to fail. You don't have to be perfect, and I think you've got a week to explore. And what I like to do is I really like to explore anything that I've been given, knowing that, okay, if I'm going to try something here, I'll take a risk, and I'll be like, oh, I wonder how this lands with everybody on the floor. And then we video it, then we'll go back, and then we'll get feedback, and then I'll scratch my head, I'll be like, oh, it's kind of not working. But I took the risk, and like, it might go this way or it might go that way. And then I can apply it. So you start narrowing down your vision or your objective and your focus for your track. So, take on board you've got 5 days. You don't have to get perfect on day one. And I know that would be great, right? To hear like, man, you've nailed it. Just relax for the next 4 days. How cool would London. That be? Like, yeah. But it's not like that. It's such a process to get to the final edge of personality. Because sometimes day one could just be all personality. You know what? I'm just gonna have fun and see where it goes. They're like, so there's no coaching. Let's start off with layer one. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
You've seen me teach. You've seen me teach. Right, listen,
all I'm hearing is there's no rules. Say whatever you want to say.
That's it. We'll bleep it out. Right, I'm acutely aware of the time because I'm just starting to come into your morning and your working day. So I've got a couple of quick fire questions that come in from instructors. So we'll go to Mino and KB for this one. Is there a move, a track, a combo that when you see it, it's kind of like it makes you a little bit nervous because like you just know it's a problem area? Yeah. So for example, when I'm teaching pump and there's any sort of lunge shoulder pattern, I'm like, I'm going to need to practice this a few times before I can let the public see me do this. So Mano, KB, anything spring to mind?
It's so fascinating because this round of process, like I said, I'm not presenting, but I have been, been in the creative process with Gandalf, with Body Jam. And this is a very, very, very electric round. And why I say electric is because the theme of this round is really honoring one genre that is really going to, one, it's the passion and love of the UK, London. Mm-hmm. And this genre, G really hit it with a nail and took it home with the UK community. So overall, I'm going to say this is going to be a very, very exciting electric round. I don't think there's any problem areas at all. Why? Because I've been studying the music inside and out from day one, and as well as the choreography also. And like I just said, this guy's a mastermind at what he does, and why he does it, exactly why it works. So this round of London is going to be very electric. So keep that in mind when you.
KB, anything spring to mind for you?
I wouldn't say problem areas. When I look at grit, I just think like, oh, Erin, you always want to kill us. But like, kind of like you, Ricky, anything with a lunge, I've got like a semi-bad knee. So every time there's a lunge, and because Erin loves to put lunges in everything, Erin, so many lunges. Thank you. So anytime I see things like that, I'm like, oh, gonna have to squeeze my glutes for that. But that Erin's got like loaded and explode in her grits for this round. So that's gonna be something that I'm going to be personally focusing on so I don't screw my knees up. But altogether, I don't think there's any problem areas. I think all the ones that I'm presenting are pretty awesome. The only thing I'd say is that for step, because me and Dad are such like technique, everyone must look clean and arm line that way and palm that way. I think the only problem area would just be making sure everyone's got like the safe and correct technique so it all looks good on, you know, when you look at a dance crew and if one person's slightly off, you automatically look at that one person. That's the only thing in my head is like, everybody.
KB, I'm on the same step team now. Did you know?
Yeah, I'm not doing step then.
I got ramen up.
A great question come in from Claire. Have you bought your sterling currency yet? Because the pound is falling by the day, so leave it as late as possible.
Okay, no, I have not brought.
No, we haven't. But I saw a funny meme where someone traveled to the UK and they converted to euros instead of the pound.
Oh,
we're not going to do that.
That's been done before.
It's funny.
That's been done. Well, there was another question come in, and it was, are you going to see any of London? So we're going to see, we're going to Harry Potter World. Anywhere else in London that people are going to? Or is it just
Karan didn't really like inform the other party, which is me, on where she, wanted to go. She just said, I'm going to Harry Potter World.
Surprise!
Where are you going? And I was like, oh, cool. I think what I really wanted to do is hop on that bus, the double-decker bus that they have for like tourists, sit there and just absorb London. Like, that's what I wanted to do. And I don't know if I wanted to get on a train and go to Scotland to try and find the Loch Ness monster. But other than that, hey,
you'd be going very north to go all the way up there.
Probably just gyms, standard gyms, standard gyms. Look at check out some boutique gyms, go and see how everyone does it over there. What do they do that I've never seen before? Experience classes if I can, just to soak up the experience. I've never been that far before. So if there's any challenge for me this round, it's being able to sit still for like 100 hours to get there. That's probably what I'm.
I'm looking for suggestions. Places to go and see and check out and eat at, and you should go here and there. Please drop in.
Thank you all very much for giving up your morning and spending this time with us.
The fire, I am the ice, I am the light, I am the will, I am the might, I am the war, I bring the fight, I am the hype. I am the
hype. Did anybody give you a brief on my accent that this is what you'd be hearing for the next 30-45 minutes?
No.